In 1970, I was brought in by the military police and presented with evidence which they felt was sufficient to prove that I was homosexual. At that point, I had two alternatives: to deny, which would have been difficult in view of the evidence they'd gathered, and very embarrassing because I would have been taken off my ship, I would have been downgraded, my security clearance would have been dropped from top secret to nothing. So that would have been far more difficult to explain to my shipmates, my fellow officers, than a clean break, which is what I opted for. I wrote out a letter of resignation and resigned my commission as an officer in the Royal Canadian Navy. I was impressed with the apology, quite honestly. It was sweeping. It seemed to cover a lot of ground. It certainly addressed my personal history. I felt that the Prime Minister recognized that people like me were serving loyally and competently and were being discharged for absurd reasons. So I was moved by that. I was moved by, as I said, the breadth of the apology, how many grounds it covered. There was some that did not get covered, there was no specific mention of financial reparations, hinted at perhaps by way of the resolution of the class action suit. Nothing much said, or very little said, about documentation that had been amassed over the years on people like me and others. And yes, I was hoping that the current government would move faster on the apology. They promised it during the campaign, and it took 2 years, which seemed like a long time. But it's done, and we're happy with that.